welcome back. Yes, this is episode number 7 of the Equity East Midlands podcast. This is the 7th of 16 episodes. And today we're going to talk about the autumn and winter programme 25-26 of the East Midlands branch. So join us reflecting on the importance of equity through our lens of lived experience. As regulars for the podcast, we have Kim Gillespie. Welcome, Kim.
Hi.
We have Ken Ogborn, and we have Mel Parker, and myself, Karen Lyon. What's happening in the next October, November, December, and nudging over into a little bit of January, and how the branch has made its way through another year? Because I think this is kind of a real milestone when we get to sort of the October, November. We've made it through conference, we've made it through the summer, and here we are in this period of time where a lot of equity business is on pause until the spring. So tell what we got in store. What's in store for us?
Nothing on pause in the East Midlands, is there?
No, there's nothing on pause at all. We've got an ongoing campaign where we are supporting your creative career, and that's what we set out to do in June when we had our our headshots campaign, and it continues through the autumn. I mean, one of the things that we're picking up from Karen there is that October does need to be an AGM. But it's also a kind of exciting opportunity to elect a new committee that's going to run the branch for the next 2 years. So to a certain extent, it is kind of branch business that is the culmination of the 2 years that we've had so far, and a kind of a reinvention of the committee for the next 2 years. But I kind of see that as part of the same thing, really. I see it as part of the same campaign in terms of development and in terms of introducing exciting, informative stuff to the branch. You know, the new committee is going to have to take on that task, and it's not a bureaucratic moment. It's it's a kind of renewal moment, an exciting moment. But we will, exciting. There will be much more going on apart from that, especially starting in October.
I feel like we found our feet a little bit, and we can talk about the programme in having a really nice balance going alongside each other of business stuff that we have to do as you know, we are a union, and as you say, things like motions and conference and things that we do as part of that, but also that we recognise there's a role that we play as a branch in supporting people's memberships, and what added value do we give. And I think from the programme that we've done so far and the things that we've got ahead that we'll tell you about is that's been really exciting to kind of come up with those ideas. So shall we share what they are?
I'm really excited by the new members. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
go.
It's all
I was really
members.
excited by the new committee as well. Like we're going to have some new people sitting with us, and that's really, really exciting to see. That they've got really varied experience. They're going to have different viewpoints, and they're also going to have the ability to get things done in different ways. We've all got the ability to kind of execute on our ideas, but it's going to be interesting to see how those new people execute on ideas as well.
Yeah. So in October, on the 15th, apart from the AGM, which will be part of the business, we've got with Sean Jones, Head of Communications and Policy for the Union, is going to update us on the Spotlight legal case. And you may have heard we've devoted a couple of podcasts to that. But hopefully there will be a kind of a union point of view. And it may be after the appeal's gone through. We don't know when for the timing for that, but that's really useful for you to be there to get an update on the Spotlight situation.
And great first-hand access, isn't it, to people who are in the know?
I think we're all. It's easy to think that equity is an organisation that's run by employed people, but I think we're at this level of the branch. It's like we're working members that are wanting to bring together people from the region. So I think I hope the podcasts are really helpful for people who can't come to those one-off meetings, that at least get to see that, this is what's going on behind the scenes. We're wanting to talk and plan. So that's what you've got planned for October. Let's move on. What's planned for November? What's the possibility for November?
Theatre production.
Theatre production.
November is about producing theatre, yeah. And similarly to what we had with the three agents talking to members about how they do agenting, we're going to have hopefully a panel of producers at different levels and with different funding streams and with different types of work. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, and a real direct hands-on piece of experiential training, actually, for people in the room to be able to go through those stages in terms of production, which will include clearly, funding and the pitfalls of what you need to do in terms of promotion and everything else from people that are active in that area now. So that's really that's got to be a really exciting meeting, that one in November.
And I think hopefully there'll be the conversation between the line between jobbers and makers. And I think this is something that comes up a lot in the industry, is that the entertainment industry, some people who can't get work often make work to shape their portfolio. But there is also a sense that some people don't want to make theatre. They want to be in theatre. They want to do a job. They want to audition and act or stage manage or direct. And I hope that in production there will be that balance between, the independent and commercial sector of making stuff and actually what equity is at its core, which is the trade union of the workers that actually operate within those companies.
Yeah. And in December, it turns into a social. We want people in
Party
time. Yeah.
10th of December.
So that'll be an invite for people to come along and just do some Christmas networking, and we hope to join with our West Midlands colleagues as well, which we did last year actually, and that was great.
Yeah. Well, there's always an appeal there's always free food at those events. So.
Get people in with free food.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you tell actors and performers there's free food, they're going to be there.
Anyone the free food. What that takes us through, the season of panto and some people's major jobs of the year. What happens when we come into 2026? You've got something on the cards. We give a little bit of a sneak peek of what January might hold.
Yeah, so January is going to be slightly different to, we held the Headshot Hub. Kim talked about the Headshot Hub, which was hugely successful, and obviously giving a little bit back again and allowing people to come into the meeting, and whilst we're all networking, go along and go away with a free headshot. And this is slightly more complicated, but there was a question, or the subject came up, about how people develop a show reel, one step further than a headshot. If you're a performer in any capacity, whether that's variety, theatre, or what have you, is how do you get yourself a show reel? So we've been talking about whether we can pull that off in January, that we're exploring as we speak whether we can come together. We've got a venue of a working men's club where people can perform whatever it is that their act is for however long, and all these, I'm saying however because we haven't kind of finalized on the details because it is slightly more complicated, and that be filmed, and that you do go away after with some form of reel. It is more complicated because of how we would set that up, and technically, and also the cost. We offered the headshots for free. It's highly likely that we would have to say that there's kind of like a nominal charge or something, but again, the whys and wherefores haven't been worked through. So really exciting opportunity, and watch this space.
So it's variety show reels rather than self-taping workshop. I think that's the distinction here, isn't it? You're going to, people will have a chance to get up on stage, perform their
singers, comedians.
Yeah.
There was a whole list of potentials.
Spoken word, poets, anything that you would normally get up, especially if you fringe and you never get a chance to film it or
that, Karen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think there will be a bit of a call for people to submit what they want to perform, so you'll be able to do a bit of a session list?
Yes. So the idea as well is to make it more authentic, is that we would also have people there who are not interested in being the people taped, but being able to be the audience. So we've got a double thing going on there, that people will be able to enjoy an evening of performance. What we're not sure about is how many people will be able to accommodate in one night, because obviously you need a sufficient amount of time to record. And if we had more people that were wanting to take part than we had available slots for. So we're working through all of that, but we do hope that that's an exciting opportunity that will be available for January.
And we think I mean, the point being that it's absolutely crucial for artists to have that kind of service. And that's what we want as a union, to be able to facilitate in some way. We're not replacing people, we're not replacing the professionals out there. What we're saying is that we're giving you an opportunity really to explore this in the same way that the head shop did the same thing, to come together, network, have a drink, whatever, cup of tea, and then, enjoy the particular technical aspects of this happening. So, we're kind of given that opportunity because we can collectively do that as a union.
And I think, and the East Midlands has a large number of variety performers, poets, spoken word, comedians. I think it's a really good profiling opportunity. Well, we've reached the end of this 10-minute podcast. Do join us again. If you're listening on YouTube, or if you're watching on YouTube, do like and subscribe. And if you're listening to the audio on Spotify, do subscribe to the Spotify channel. And there's also a link in the description for the show page, which will give you a little bit of the biogs of the people who are hosting the show. And also, there is a playlist that has the unlisted episodes on. So if you want to see the episodes before they actually get published, that's the page to go to. So that'll be in the show notes. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ken. And thank you, Mel.